So I say to him, Princess Caroline of Monaco.
Skylar. Do you know who I am?
No.
You met my friend, Mr. French, the other night.
His real name, Mr. French?
No. Come with me. I'm not the cops. I'm not asking you. You know something? They just do not stop having the mafia in Providence. And this can cause me a lot of problems. Those guys you tuned up, they're connected down Providence. What they're gonna do is come back with some guys and kill you. Which sure as you're born, they will do. Unless I stop them. Do you want me to stop them?
Is this something I can't do personally?
I'm gonna have my associate search you.
No, no one's fucking searching me. Search me for what?
Contra fucking band. Take your shoes off.
Shoes.
I knew your father.
Yeah. You know he's dead?
Oh, sorry. How'd he go?
Hey. I didn't complain. Thanks.
Yeah. That was his problem.
Who said he had a problem?
I just said he had a fucking problem. As a man could have been anything.
Are you trying to say that he was nothing?
I'm saying he worked at the airport. It's clean. Arm. Yeah, come on.
What fucking on?
Show me your arm. Flip it. Makes me curious to see you in this neighborhood. He's clean. And if I can slander my own environment, it makes me sad, this regression. Plus, I don't know if it's beyond some fucking cock prick like Queen to pull you out of the stage and send you after me. I just can't know. I don't know what they do in that particular department anyway. Are you still a cop? No! No! Swear on your mother's grave you're still not a cop? I'm not a fucking cop! Are you gonna stop doing coke deals with your jerk-off fucking cousin?
Yes! Yes, yes!
All right. Okay, you'll be all right. Get your hand taken care of. I'm sorry. It was necessary. As for our problem at Providence, let's not cry over spilled guineas.
ladies and gents in Cyberland, coming back to another film review, and this time we're moving on to another gem by Martin Scorsese with just an amazing cast of people and characters. Yeah. The Departed. So this film, I heard about it, never saw it in theaters, and then at some point I knew it was good, and I hadn't seen it yet, and I just went to the store and picked it up and watched it, and I loved it, and I've watched it so many times since then. This film is you got one guy playing a cop, and you got another guy pretending to be a cop. And the reason why I say this is because the one guy playing a cop goes undercover, whereas the other guy pretending to be a cop is really a rat, an informant for Jack Nicholson or Frank Costello's organization. With engraved in that, you got Mark Wahlberg as a cop, who's not a leading character. Well, he's kind of a secondary character, but he has a good presence. And you have Martin Freeman in here, or I'm sorry, Martin Sheen. And then you just have a bunch of other characters, and Alec Baldwin's got a good part in here. And what it is the cops are trying to catch Frank Costello. He's a criminal, and probably Irish mafia, and they're trying to catch him, and it's just intertwined situations of trying to catch him, and in the process, you can get hurt, you can get killed, and it's just one of those. And it's just from beginning to end, you're always wondering like, how are things gonna? When I watched The Part, it was always like, how are things gonna play out as I continue to watch the film? And that's really what it was. There was only one thing that shocked me, and that was towards the end. I was completely thrown back from that one scene, and I think most of us were. We just, for those who'd seen the film, I think we could agree about that one scene. I don't want to spoil it, but it was just that one scene that just did not see that coming. My rating for the film is a 10 out of 10 yes sirs. As far as the story, it was perfect. Well, I don't want to say perfect, but I loved the film. I loved the story. I loved the characters. The music worked. And I don't remember I saying that about Top Gun. The music for this film completely worked. Every time they played music in the film, and it wasn't too many songs, but they worked. Really added to the scene. As far as character development, it was good. The pace of the film was good. Didn't drag anywhere. It was, and then it was in Boston, so that was interesting to watch that too. And the whole environment, the way people talk, the way people conduct themselves, the way the state police worked, and the way the FBI worked, and the way Costello and his guys worked. So it was very interesting to see that. The one thing that gets my attention now, that after I saw it, after so many years of this investigating, that there was a scene that was completely improvised, and the way it was improvised was just nuts. Because Leonardo DiCaprio's sitting at a table there. It's at a restaurant. It's late at night, and Leonardo DiCaprio says some very disparaging things to Frank Costello's character, and then all of a sudden, Jack Nicholson drops the gun, and the gun was not part of the scene. And you see on Leonardo DiCaprio's face when he sees the gun, he's still, the camera's still rolling, but he kind of freaks out, kind of like, what are we doing? This wasn't part of the scene. And apparently Jack purposely did that. I think Martin Scorsese knew, but he purposely did that because it was totally improvised, and he completely wanted, he wanted to ramp up the emotions of Leonardo DiCaprio's character because of what he was being questioned was and what could end up happening to him after that scene. So it was very, very interesting. Sometimes I still watch it just to, look at it from that perspective. The other thing that I found is that there was a lot of elements of this film that mirrored the gentleman. Well, he died a couple years ago, and they finally caught him. He was on the run. But Whitey Bulger. Apparently, there was a lot of elements of Frank Costello that was mirroring Whitey Bulger because just certain things about his character that I guess Whitey Bulger had done or had been kind of privy to. So that was interesting because then I actually went and did some research on that guy. And at some point, we ended up getting the film Black Master, Johnny Depp. That was a kind of like some type of loose portrayal of what Whitey Bulger was and what he did. But that's a whole nother beast. If you've never seen the film, check it out. I don't think you'll be disappointed. It's really good. There have been talks about making a sequel, but I always felt like make a sequel off of what? Let this just be one film and leave it at that. It wouldn't make sense to make more films connected to it, even though this film was kind of like the American version of Internal Affairs from, I believe, Japan. In Japan, they made 2 other films connected to it, but I don't know if they were considered as good or whatnot. But with here, I don't think it would work. So just leave it as it is and enjoy for what it is. So with that being said, I will catch you guys on the next one. Take care.